Alright, we're back with more NBA season predictions. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 players that I really like for the 2023 season. So these are going to be ranging from role players to all-stars and just players that I think are going to have really good 2023 seasons. Now, I'm not going to be saying Nikola Jokic or Luka Doncic. I'm going to be predicting guys that I think are going to improve on their 2022 seasons, that are going to have maybe monster years or maybe just have a reliable role in their new team or just maybe the same team they were on last year. I did do this last year as well, so I'm down to make this a yearly thing. Drop a like if you guys do enjoy this, and let me know a couple players or maybe all 5 down below that you guys are on the bandwagon on this year that you absolutely love. Maybe it's your most improved player pick. Maybe it's you should think it's a glue guy on a team that is going to be so important to them making the playoffs or making a run. And then I will be reacting to this at the end of the season to see if I was right with these or if I was wrong with these. So we're going to start off in the Atlantic Division, and the first player that I really like for the 2023 season is D'Anthony Melton of the Philadelphia 76ers. So I think the Philadelphia 76ers are going to be good next year. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody, and I think D'Anthony Melton is going to be a huge part of that. They ended up giving up their 2022 first round pick for him on draft night, and I absolutely loved that trade when it happened, and I still love it today. Melton's basically coming off career highs in Memphis in the previous season in minutes, in points per game, in rebounds per game, and three-point attempts per game. And while I don't know if he's going to increase his usage in Philly because he's playing with high usage guys like Joel Embiid, James Harden, and soon to be Tyrese Maxey, I think he's going to be such an important part of this team. I could 100% seeing him being the 4th most important player after those aforementioned 3. He's somebody that's just going to come in and just hustle. He's going to run up and down the floor. He's going to grab rebounds. He's going to pass the ball. He's going to play good defense. He can guard the point guard, the shooting guard, the small forward. He's going to get steals. He's actually incredible at doing that. He's going to hit a 3 or 2. I don't know if he's going to start. Most likely not, because you have Harden and Maxey in that backcourt. So he's going to be vital to that Sixers bench if they want to be competing for a title this year, and that is their goal. The next player that I like is somebody that could be taking that step this year, and that's over in Sacramento, and it's Darren Fox. Darren Fox played in 16 games last season once they moved on from Tyrese Halliburton for Domantas Sabonis. He averaged 29 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, shot 50% from the field, and 38% from 3 on almost 6 attempts a night. That was the big thing with Darren Fox. Is his 3-point shot ever going to develop? It looked like it did in the second half of last year's season. So you're giving him a full offseason, full training camp under a new head coach, and a full offseason to work with Domantas Sabonis, who he looked so well with last year with 0 preparation going into it. I think he's just going to have a monster year for Sacramento. I think he's going to lead his team in points and assists. I think he's going to top his 2021 career high at 25 points. I think he's going to score more than that this year. I think he's going to average more than 7 assists this year. That was his previous high in 2019. And I think he's going to replicate his 2019 3-point percentage season and shoot around 35, 36, 37%. I believe that the defense is going to tick up as well, and I think De'Aaron Fox is going to have a career year this year. So he's the second player that I love. And yeah, buy all the De'Aaron Fox stock as you can. My third player that I love for 2023 is definitely the biggest wild card out of these 5, and it's Denny Avdia of the Washington Wizards. The reason why it's a wild card for Avdia in his age 22 season, year 3, is because how big of his role is it going to be in Washington? I don't really know what to expect from the Wizards this year. I'm not entirely optimistic. Corey Kispert got hurt, so that might allow more minutes for Avdia on the wing. But I kind of wish that the Wizards would just let him run the point sometimes. Like, you don't have to put Bradley Beal at the point guard. I know they got Monte Morris in the offseason. They also have DeLon Wright as well, so we're probably not going to see any point Avdia unless there's an injury happening. But Denny is one of the more underrated defenders in this league. On ball, switching, the dude is super athletic on the defensive end, and I absolutely love what he provides to the table there. If he improves any more this year with his 6'9", 210-pound frame, he's going to be in the all-defensive conversation by year's end. We'll see if the offense can improve, though. That is also a big thing with Denny. 43% from the field last year, 31 from 3, and a measly 75% from the line, which is maybe not that bad, but only on 1.7 attempts a night. I would like to see that go up a little bit. I think Denny could be a do-it-all guy. I'm not asking him to score 20 points a night or be a 50, 40, 90 guy, but if he could be somebody that averages around 12 to 14 points while providing elite defense, he's going to be somebody that is going to get constantly paid in this league for years to come. So if Denny gets that right role and the Wizards aren't a total dumpster fire by the All-Star break, I think Denny Avdia is going to have a big season. Player number 4 is in the Western Conference in the Northwest Division, and that is Josh Hart of the Portland Trailblazers. Man, I love me some Josh Hart. Speaking of good defenders like Denny, Josh Hart, an incredible wing defender. Maybe not in the top tier of defenders like Marcus Smart and Mikal Bridges, but he's in that tier below. He played in 13 games for the Trailblazers after getting traded in the McCollum deal, where he averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds for them, 50% from the field, 37 from 3, as well as 77% from the line, but on 4.5 attempts a night. Now we're going to see Anthony Simons in a larger role. Damian Lillard is going to be back, obviously. We got Jeremy Grant coming over. We'll see how much run Shaedon Sharpe gets to start his career, but I know Josh Hart isn't going to average 20 points a night, but I think he's going to be somebody that's going to average in the teens, provide really good defense, and be efficient from the field. And he's on one of the better contracts in the league. He's that team guy, and I just love me some Josh Hart. I believe he's going to have a big year. I'm buying his stuff. And lastly, player number 5 is definitely the best player that I've mentioned in this video, and I think he's going to be in the MVP conversation. One of those dark horse guys. Maybe this year's DeMar DeRozan, and that is Pascal Siakam of the Toronto Raptors. I don't want to hop on the bandwagon here, but everybody loves the Raptors. I predict them to be the 8th seed, so I'm not really on that bandwagon, but I do believe that Pascal Siakam is going to have an incredible year. I believe he's going to reach his career high in points, and his career high right now is 22.9, which he set back in 2020. I think he's going to average north of 24 points per game this year. And hey, if the Raptors are as good as everybody's hyping up them to be, that's because Pascal Siakam is probably having an incredible year from them on the offensive end and the defensive end. He's somebody that could also be in the all-defensive conversation while averaging 24 plus points a night. That is MVP caliber talent coming from Siakam in Toronto. I believe he's going to have his best year of his career, his age 28 season. Play in tournament or just top 6 seed or better, I think Siakam is going to be elite this year. So yeah, those are 5 players that I love for 2023. Let me know if there's anybody that you are super big on down below. And yeah, if these players have horrible years, it'll be funny to react to at year's end. So thank you all for watching. I love you guys. The next video will be 5 players that I don't like for 2023, and I'll see you all there. Peace.